මේ තේම්ස් ක්‍රූසස් එකේ අපි යන පැය භාගයක රයිඩ් එකකට අපි යනවා. මේක ගන්නේ big band එක sound එකත් එනවා.
It's always been I don't know the London Bridge one is still going, but it was the two of them. Because I remember the time that this is something here so long ago.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hello, good afternoon and welcome on board this boat. The name of our boat is the Millennium City. As we leave the piers here in London, we are required by law to pass on to you a very quick and short safety message. Now, of course, this isn't to scare or alarm you, it's just to make you more familiar with this boat you're travelling on. So this boat is licensed to carry 500 passengers all around the boat, stored in cupboards and boxes, international green and green stickers, life-saving equipment. And of course us, your captains and crew, we're all fully trained, otherwise we wouldn't be here. So you are in safe hands. So in a very unlikely event of emergency, remain calm, stay seated, await further instructions. Naval workforce, why the men was off fighting for king and country. And of course, as the ladies would choose to do, they chose the most expensive stone that they could find to build this bridge from. Now they chose a Portland stone. It's self-cleansing. The outer edge much cleaner than the dirty underneath. So when it rains here in London, building with the electronic board at the top. Now to me that building, it does look like a multi-storey car park, but that is London's Royal National Theatre. And inside of that theatre you do have two of the finest here in the country today. But there is an old saying you've all probably used before, don't judge a book by its cover. Now that really does go for that theatre, ladies and gentlemen, because that theatre here in London for over the last 14 years in a row has now been voted the ugliest building to sit alongside the banks of our River Thames. As I say, to me it does look Long furthest away from us. Look in the tree line, you'll see a stone archway. This is called Temple Arch and Gateway. What we're soon about to do is cross the border that runs directly below the Thames riverbed. We're going to leave the city of Westminster behind us. We're about to enter the city of London. So it's two cities within a city split by Temple Arch and Gateway by the river. And by the road, you can see on the Victoria Embankment the two silver griffins there, that splits it on the roadside itself. Now the tide is flooding into London, which it does so for 5 hours. But as the tide still hasn't reached its highest point, not a lot of people believe me when I tell them that here building. There are books that are worth millions and millions of pounds. It's where the late Queen kept her personal diary. It's even where the first Bible was translated over from Hebrew to English. The first edition is still in the old building today. It's actually owned by J.P. Morgan, the American bank. The bridge we're passing beneath, the first one, this is the Blackfriars Road Bridge. Surprisingly, it is the lowest bridge that we pass beneath on our river trip today. See, we have a radio river broadcast. We get a tide reading every 30 minutes to make sure we can complete our journey as safe as possible. Enough height above us and enough water below us to make sure that we don't run aground. And it is between these bridges where the Victorians, they used to believe that the seawater would flood into London and be the Thames or the fresh river water. But we do know that is not true. It's upriver behind us in a modern. It is free and open to all. That art gallery is now completely free to enter, ladies and gentlemen. And if any of you on board this boat today have ever been inside of that building or ever seen what modern art looks like, you'll probably understand why it's completely free to enter. Because it's all a load of crap. Glad you're right. To your right, behind the trees or in between them, a white rounded building, a factory for oak beams. That is a working replica of William Shakespeare's Rose and Globe Theatre. Now it's the only building in London, the old congestion and the old London Bridge, where they've got a separation scheme driving on the left and right hand side of the road here from Southwark Road Bridge. Now as we pass beneath the bridge, look to your right, you see a beautiful riverside pub. It's a shard of glass. Last year's tallest building in Western Europe, over 1,017 feet tall. And it was designed by an Italian architect, Renzo Piano. He was offered £2 million for designing the shard, and he turned it down. Instead of £2 million, he did ask for a penthouse apartment on the 75th floor. Well, he got his wish. He had that apartment for 1 year before he sold it to make a small profit of over £45 million. Not bad, considering all you had to do was draw a triangle on a piece of paper. The HMS Belfast to your right, built in Northern Ireland, Belfast, in the Harland and Wolff shipyard. Same shipyard which the ill-fated Titanic was also built in. You can see these guns, last fired in action in the Korean campaign, helped support the D-Day landings. These cannons at the back, so powerful, they can fire a weight of a 100-pound shell over 15 land miles, travelling about 400 miles an hour. They're now open, a floating extension to the Imperial War Museum. Over to your left, the Tower of London. Now the original part of the tower is that castle in the middle, and it has the nickname of the Bloody Tower. They only give it the nickname the Bloody Tower because they put trees in the bloody way so you can't see it. But you'll be able to see it soon, of course, once we've gone past it. It's been a Royal Mint and Royal Zoo, a place of torture, imprisonment, execution, and it was founded by William the Conqueror towards the end of 1066. Now we've just missed our stop over there to the left. As I say, the tide is flooding into London, so as the tide comes into London, we use it as a break, you see. We can get a lot closer to Tower Bridge, so you can get some lovely photos. That's how nice we are for you lovely people. So if the tide was leaving London, we couldn't get this close at all. Very, very powerful river. Not an Olympic swimmer couldn't even swim against this fast incoming tide. Travels about 8 to 12 knots, can get more stronger, of course, in the different seasons. When we turn the boat around, you get a lovely side-on view of Tower Bridge. Now, Tower Bridge is a part suspended an insurance broker as being a ship or a vessel and not a bridge. Because just with 24 hours notice, such a short period of time, you can make the call to Tower Bridge, it has its own radio communication, and if your vessel meets a requirement, they will open the bridge with 24 hours notice. And to do so in such short space of time, believe it or not, you have a full-time crew of captains, mates and engineers that now live on board Tower Bridge. These bus drivers to cross this bridge for your photos. That's how nice we are, ladies and gentlemen, you see. Look at that. Bob and Dave, they're called. One's a bit late, but he's stuck in traffic. We'll let him off. We'll take it out of his hourly rate. There you go. Lovely photo at Tower Bridge. Shops will charge you about £20 for that on a postcard. You got it for nothing. Without the bus in the shop, probably £19.99. You only save a penny. London's a rip-off, I'm sure you all know. Now we'll soon be arriving at our next stop, Tower Pier. If you do have a big bus ticket, this will be your stop or a one-way. But we don't go down to Greenwich. There's no more boats down to Greenwich, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. The last boat to Greenwich was about, well, the one before us, 40 minutes ago, before us. So this is Tower Pier. Before you leave us, before you take all your take your last photos, remain seated for your own safety. We wouldn't want anyone to fall over and hurt themselves. As I say, we're going to turn the boat around once again to face the incoming tide. We use it as a brake. That slows the boat down. So we just turn the boat around to confuse you most of the time, but it's not. It is, we use the tide as a brake. Makes us look better at our job than we actually are, you see. So we use the tide to our advantage. So if you are leaving us here, have a little look around you and make sure you take your personal belongings with you. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask us on the exit gate. One more word from myself, ladies and gentlemen. A little word, if I may, about the commentary. As I said at the start of our trip today, hard to believe, I know, but we're not professional tour guides. We don't claim to be, we're just your crew, here for your safety on the exit gate. We do only leave it there if you want to throw a couple of bob inside of it. And of course that's completely voluntary for you to do so. The same as us crew picking up the mic. A few people did ask for it, I know, but would it be fair? We don't get paid for this. Would it be fair to put a charge on your ticket? As I can see, looking around this boat for the last 25 minutes, some of you have clearly not understood a single word that I've been waffling on about. So that really wouldn't be fair. So if you want to throw a couple of bob into the bucket, you're more than welcome to do so. If you don't know what a couple of bob is, I'll quickly tell you all.
Here. So, you say them plum, look at that plum. Because they're so small. You know how we had them big fat plums?
Yeah. Ganesha Queen. Itu Ganesha. Wow. මේ අපි අන්තිම දවස් ලන්ඩන් වල ගිහලා ළමයිත් එක අල්ලගෙන අපි ආව shopping ආවද බලමු කොහොමද කියලා තත්ත්වය. ජනේෂ ඔයා ගන්න බෑ. ජනේෂ මිසින් කොයිද බලමුකෝ. thanks bye. Ganesha shopping. Ganesha shopping යනවා. Mark and Spencer එකේ.
Darshan do it.
ඒගොල්ලන් ගිහිල්ලාද මම හිතන්නේ. ඒගොල්ලන් පල්ලයට බැහැලා
Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Every night they can sit there. ඔගොල්ලෝ අර ක්‍රිමිට අපේ දාවනේ දුන්න.
partnership kan. Iya, aku kati Israel.
London bridge එක ඉඳලා මෙයාට ගලනවා. vegetarian burger කමන්නේ.
එහෙනම් ඕක කවන්න දාන්න පස්සේ යන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ මේ අහන්න බන්නේ මේ මොකද්ද මේ ෆිෂ් ඇන් චිප්ස් නැතුව අර මේ තීනේ මොනවද තව
ෆිෂ් ඇන් චිප්ස් නැතුව මොනවද අහන්න තියෙන්නේ vegan burger salad එකක් තියෙනවා අමන්න
vegan burger
මොකක් හරි ඕක දැන් පොඩ බලන්න
කමෙන්ට් fish and chips is or කමෙන්ට් fish chips අපේ රතන
Sim, sim, eu não vou.
මේත් එකක් තියෙනවා බ්ලැක් සීමේත් එකක් තියෙනවා. අපි අනාගතේ දවසේ බලමු.